Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Okay, today we are discuss our new topic, that is Peninsular River System of Chapter 5 Social Science. Okay everyone, so you can open your books along with you, that is page number 65 of your discovering books. Please open beta. So uh, in the previous videos we have discussed of what we have discussed about the Himalayan river system. Okay, now we are discussing about the Peninsular river system and what is the difference between two. Under Himalayan river system, the rivers that come under Himalayan river system, they receive their water from the glaciers, but here in the Peninsular river system, the rivers that are under the Peninsular river system, they receive their water from the rainfall. They are totally dependent upon the rainfall. Okay, so they never get their water from the glaciers. So let's start with our Peninsular river system. First of all, we will talk about that which rivers comes under Peninsular river system. That is, first is Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Mahanadi. These are the major rivers that flow through peninsular India. Okay, so these are six rivers. These are six major rivers that flow under Peninsular river system. These rivers mostly receive their water from the rainfall. Okay, these rivers depend upon the rainfall instead of glaciers. So that's why during summers these rivers get dried up. Because whenever there is rainfall, only at that time these rivers get their water. Now next is Narmada and Tapi. Now we are talking about these rivers. Okay, now Narmada and Tapi, it flows towards the west direction. Okay, and finally it drains into the Arabian Sea. But these are the only two rivers that flow towards the west direction, and finally they drain into Arabian Sea. Now next is all other rivers. ठीक है, except these two rivers, the rest of the rivers, that is Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Mahanadi. These four rivers, they flow towards the east direction. These rivers flow towards the east direction and finally drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay, now you understand now that out of these six rivers, only Narmada and Tapi are the rivers that flow towards west direction and finally drains into Arabian Sea, and all other rivers जो rest बाकी की rivers हैं बेटा, these rivers flow towards the east direction and finally drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now next is we will talk about the Godavari. Godavari is the longest river of South India. It is the longest river of South India. Beta please don't get confused. Okay, जो India, here we are talking about South India, but जो longest river India की है, the longest river of India, only India, okay, that is Ganga. But here we are talking about South India. So which is the longest river of South India? That is Godavari. Okay, and total distance covered by this river, कितनी length है इस river की? That is 1500 kilometers. Okay, now next is Krishna. Krishna is the second longest river of South India. Again we are talking about South India. Now we are talking about the second longest river. Now which is the second longest river of South India? That is Krishna. First कौन सी थी? That is Godavari. Now Krishna is the second longest river of South India. And what is the total length of this river? That is Krishna river. कितनी है बेटा इसकी लेंथ? That is 1400 kilometers. That is 1400 kilometers. Okay, so these are the two rivers of South India. Godavari is the longest river and Krishna is the second longest river of South India. Okay, now beta we will read about these rivers one by one in detail. Okay, so first of all we will start with river Narmada. Narmada is the river that flows through central India and acts as a divider between North India and South India. Okay, so you can look here on your page number 65. ठीक है, there is a map beta and they have shown us the river Narmada. You can look in the map, river Narmada with red color they have written river Narmada. So from where it is the river that flows through central India. बेटा इंडिया के सेंट्रल पार्ट्स में से ये क्या होती है? फ्लो करती है थ्रू सेंट्रल पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया. ओके, सो अगर ये सेंटर में से फ्लो करती है बेटा इंडिया के, सो इट एक्ट एज अ डिवाइडर, इट एक्ट एज अ डिवाइडर बिटवीन नॉर्थ इंडिया एंड साउथ इंडिया। नॉर्थ इंडिया और साउथ इंडिया के बीच में ये किस चीज़ का काम करती है? इट एक्ट एज अ डिवाइडर बिटवीन नॉर्थ इंडिया एंड साउथ इंडिया बिकॉज इट फ्लोज थ्रू सेंट्रल इंडिया, फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया इट फ्लोज थ्रू central India, so that's why it act as a divider. Okay, now next here, from where it originates, from where it originates. So Narmada originates from the forest of Amarkantak in Madhya Pradesh and flows towards the west. From where it originates beta? From the Madhya Pradesh, from the Madhya Pradesh. Okay, from the forest of Amarkantak in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so Madhya Pradesh में एक जगह है, the name of that is Amarkantak, and there are forest in this place, that is in Madhya Pradesh. So from there it originates. Narmada originates from the forest of Amarkantak in Madhya Pradesh, and then it starts flowing towards west direction. You can see in your map that it is flowing towards the west direction. Okay, then after originating from Madhya Pradesh, then it enters to the Maharashtra. You can see Maharashtra. This is our Maharashtra area. So it enters to the Maharashtra, and after that it enters to Gujarat. After passing through Maharashtra, then it enters to Gujarat, and after flowing through Gujarat, then it finally drains into Arabian Sea. So this is the end point of river Narmada, that it finally drains into Arabian Sea. Okay, you can see in the map beta, this is very clearly shown that it flows, Narmada flows through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Okay, so it flows through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Okay, and then after that, after passing through Gujarat, then it finally drains into Arabian Sea. Okay, now next is river Tapi. River Tapi runs parallel to Narmada. कहते जो river Tapi है बेटा, you can see below the river Narmada, where they have written with red color Narmada, below that there is river Tapi. There is river Tapi. So river Tapi runs parallel to the Narmada. Okay, so it runs parallel to the Narmada. Okay, so this is all about Narmada. One more thing is there, that it flows between the Vindhya and Satpura hill ranges. Okay, you can see here, these are the Vindhya and Satpura hill ranges. It flows, river Narmada flows through them. So this is all about river Narmada. Again I am telling you that it flows through the central India, so it acts as a divider between North India and South India. Now next is from where it originates, in the Madhya Pradesh, then it passes through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat, and after that if it finally drains into Arabian Sea. Okay, and river Tapi beta runs parallel to river Narmada. You can see in your map very clearly, and there are Vindhya and Satpura hill ranges, so through them the river Narmada flows. Okay, so this is all about river Narmada. Now next is we will talk about river Kaveri. Next is we will talk about river Kaveri. So river Kaveri beta, river Kaveri rises in the western Ghats in Karnataka. Okay, from where it rises beta, you can see on your books, they have shown us with the help of map. So Karnataka is there na, so river Kaveri rises in वेस्टर्न घाट्स इन कर्नाटका में बेटा जो वेस्टर्न घाट्स है, फ्रॉम देयर इट राइजेज, वहाँ से ये ओरिजिनेट होती है, एंड आफ्टर दैट इट फ्लोज ईस्ट वर्ड्स. कौन सी डायरेक्शन में फ्लो करती है? ये ईस्ट की तरफ. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू इन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द वीडियो दैट ओनली नर्मदा एंड तापी दे फ्लो टूवर्ड्स द वेस्ट डायरेक्शन एंड फाइनली ड्रेन्स इन टू अरेबियन सी. Rest all our rivers flow towards the east direction. So river Kaveri flows towards the east direction. Okay, when it is flowing through the east direction, then it passes through the Deccan Plateau. Because you all know na, here we have Deccan Plateau. In first chapter we have marked landforms na, Deccan Plateau, desert, hills, mountains, northern plains. We have marked everything na on the map. So you all know here we have Deccan Plateau. So after originating from the Western Ghats in Karnataka, then it flows towards the east direction, and while flowing towards the east direction, it passes through the Deccan Plateau. Okay, and it also flows, it also covers the states of Tamil Nadu. It also covers the states of Tamil Nadu. You can see here the river Kaveri with red color they have written on in the diagram. Okay, firstly it originates in the Western Ghats from Karnataka, then it starts flowing towards the east direction. While flowing towards the east direction, it passes through it flows through the Deccan Plateau, and it also covers the state of Tamil Nadu. It also covers the states of Tamil Nadu. Okay, and after passing through Tamil Nadu, then it finally drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is the path of river Kaveri. Now next is one more thing about river Kaveri. River Kaveri is also known as Dakshin Ganga. Beta, river Kaveri is also known as Dakshin Ganga. Okay, what is another name of river Kaveri? That is Dakshin Ganga. Okay, now next is the people living in Tamil Nadu. The people living in the states of Tamil Nadu, they celebrate a festival. The name of the festival is Adi Pirukku. Okay, why they celebrate this festival? Because when river Kaveri swells due to the heavy rainfall, when river Kaveri swells due to heavy rainfall, swells का क्या मीनिंग होता है बेटा? when जो वाटर है, ठीक है, वाटर का फ्लो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है, ठीक है, जो रिवर कावेरी है पानी के साथ पूरी भर जाती है. ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम the people living in the states of Tamil Nadu, they celebrate a festival, and the name of the festival is Adi Pirukku. Okay, because वो बेटा खुशी में मनाते हैं ये, because at that time when the river Kaveri swells due to heavy rainfall, they feels very happy. Okay, the people living in the state of Tamil Nadu, they feel very happy, so they celebrate this festival. Okay, and people also express gratitude to the river by offering flowers for bringing nutrients to their land. They also express their gratitude, means they also show their respect to the river Kaveri. ठीक है, वो अपनी एक रिस्पेक्ट शो करते हैं to the river Kaveri by offering flowers. क्या ऑफर करते हैं वो रिवर को? They offer flowers. Okay, because why they offer flowers to the river Kaveri? Because the people living in the states of Tamil Nadu, they think that the river water will bring lots of nutrients for their land. Okay, क्योंकि जब वाटर बहुत ज़्यादा ओवरफ्लो हो जाता है then obviously it will come out from the कावेरी रिवर, वो बाहर तो आएगा ही जब ओवरफ्लो हो गया है ना towards their lands. So the people living over there, they are thinking that this river water will brings lots of nutrients for their land, so that's why they express their gratitude to the river by offering the flowers. Okay, so this is all about river Kaveri. Now the next one is river Mahanadi. Okay, now this is again the river Mahanadi. It again comes under the peninsular river system. It also takes its water from the rainfall. It also depends upon the rainfall. Now from where it originates? Beta? It originates in the hills in Chhattisgarh. You can see here Chhattisgarh area is there na. On your right hand side you can see Chhattisgarh area. ठीक है, so in Chhattisgarh there are hills, so from there it originates. From where it originates beta? It originates in the hills in Chhattisgarh area. ठीक है, this is Chhattisgarh area and here are some hills. So from here, so from where it originates beta? In the hills in Chhattisgarh. Okay, so after originating from Chhattisgarh, then it enters to Odisha. And after passing through Odisha, then it finally reaches to Bay of Bengal. So this is the end point of river Mahanadi. That first of all it originates in the hills in Chhattisgarh, then it enters to Odisha. After passing through Odisha, then it reaches to the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is the length of this river is very short, and the total length of this is 860 kilometers. Okay, now one more thing about river Mahanadi. is there. What is that? This is very interesting, that one of the first river projects to be started in India after independence is the Hirakud Dam on the Mahanadi in Odisha. कहते हैं जो आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस, बेटा इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद इंडिया में एक रिवर प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया गया था. First time the river project was started in India after independence. We are talking about after independence. Okay, this was the first river project that was started in India, and this is Hirakud Dam. ठीक है, it was made on the river Mahanadi in Odisha, because it passes through the Odisha na, then it finally drains into Bay of Bengal. So after independence in India, first time river project was started on the river Mahanadi in Odisha. Okay, that is Hirakud Dam. Okay, so this is all about our peninsular river system. We have finished with our peninsular river system. In next video we will talk about rivers and environment. That will be our last topic. So hope you all understand today's topic. Please read this topic at home, otherwise you will forget it. Beta, please revise it once. Okay, now we will meet in next video. Till then, bye bye everyone.